Hello and welcome to Catherine's Garden and Home. And today is Sunday, so we're going to take our Sunday walkabout. So come and walk with me and let me show you my garden. It is looking spectacular. And I took the walk actually this morning when it was nice and cool and everything was looking fresh, but still things are looking quite good here in the garden. Good morning, and welcome to Catherine's Garden and Home, where we grow together. Well, this is the first Sunday in the month of June. Yes, we've crossed over into the month of June, and the garden has a totally new and different look than it had before in May. In May it was purple, and now in June the colors are more of a pink fuchsia, and it will change again and evolve some more, but for right now that's the color. And also white. There are a lot of white poppies, white flowers, and it's just beautiful. It's kind of calm, but yet there is some flowers and perennials that have a little color and life. They're going to be getting much more warmer. The color scheme is going to be getting warmer here in my garden. But for right now, we're in transition, and it is looking very, very good. I'm very pleased with this center bed, and I've done some work on it, and it just looks really good. You can see the pink, or the kind of fuchsia hot pink that's there in the garden, but yet you could see the calmness of it as well. I love this picture right here. I think this is beautiful. The garden is just looking really, really good. I always love those white poppies, the woodland poppies there. I've always liked them. I like it when it comes this time. It's just a very welcoming look. And I'm glad that the rhododendron is still flowering and adding color here. But my knockout rose there in the container just looks so good too. And the bleeding hearts popping up with that pinkish color. It's very sublime, very calming. And then I also have the beautiful hydrangea here. That's Nico Blue, but it starts off kind of white and with trimmings of blue to come, but it's not there yet. And then of course my rose, but all together it's just a beautiful look from above here on the deck. This other side view of the garden looks so good. I love the grass and the sun on the grass. It's just so beautiful. And then in that side border there, the goat spirit is now showing its white flowers there, looking really good. I love just the clean look here of the grass with the hostas that are fresh and standing tall. It's just a beautiful look. And then when I look down here, you can see also that my roses are about to open. This is my Climbing Eden rose, and she is about to open. I also have Westerland rose there that I've gotten, and they have bounced back really, really well. I love this bed. It has a lot of fern in it, and you can also see the patchwork of the different other plants. The iris in the corner, the hosta, Sir Francis Williams hosta there, the rose that I have there, that is curly pink rose, and the hydrangea. And even in this corner here, I had planted a fig tree, and it too is coming up, which is really good. I don't know what happened, but this mild winter and the rains that we've had in April and May have just brought out such a lush, beautiful garden. And then in this corner over here, in this corner, that's the grapevine that is there too. But from this vantage point, it's just a beautiful, beautiful scene of my garden. On the ground level, everything is looking so good. It was a cool morning, night into the morning here. It's like 61 degrees, or maybe even cooler than that. But it's going to get warm today in the high 70s, maybe even touching 80. And so I'm enjoying this time because everything is looking so fresh and alive, and I love this. It's just a beautiful time. So come on, let's walk around the garden. Let's walk with me. And as you know, I always love to go in this direction here and just look at what's happening. It just draws me in, and I just love it. You can hear the birds, man. They are so happy this early morning. It's about 7 o'clock in the morning, and the birds are just singing away. I love this bed here against the deck, and you can see that the hydrangea here, this is my bridal bouquet hydrangea, one of the hydrangeas that I propagated from the mother plant, and it is looking really good. There are a lot of flower buds. This year I am so pleased with the way that the hydrangeas are just showing up, and it's going to be beautiful in, I would say, July, when the flowers are in full bloom, looking really great. But right now we're actually heading into the roses, and so here you can see my my Cornelia rose. It's a climber, and it had suffered a lot of damage, and so now it's just still recovering from all of that here in the garden. But soon it's going to be filled with flowers. It's just a beautiful colored rose here. So we'll give it some time, and soon you will just see this beautiful, beautiful display of roses. But the rose that I really need you to see is this. This is a Rosa rugosa. It's a French rose, and it has such a beautiful fragrance. It's beautiful. It self-cleans itself. You know, it starts off as a beautiful bud, and then it opens up. I love it at this stage. It's so pretty. And then it moves to this stage where it's fully open. Even this is very pretty right here. And it's all filled with with buds, and it is really looking beautiful this year, nice and full and lush. Surrounding my hydrangea, which is Nico Blue, are these white poppy flowers, along with the bishop's weed here. I also have fern in this garden as well, this circular around the hydrangea. Let me show you what the hydrangea flower is going to be looking like soon all around it. Isn't that beautiful? I love it at this stage. It is so delicate and pretty. And you can see that's full of buds. It's going to be spectacular. That's why you need to subscribe to Catherine's Garden and Home, where we grow together, because it's going to be a wonderful, wonderful look here in this garden. Right now it's beautiful, but there's more to come. And each day there's something new blooming, something new happening, and definitely each week. So let's just continue our walk here. Look at this. This is beautiful. The bearded iris they're finished, and that's the last one there. And it's looking so good. That was the purple, so that's why we're in transition from the purples to this beautiful fuchsia pink look. We had the purple sensation alliums back there, but they're finished, and it's looking really, really good. Look at this, beautiful. And my knockout rose is doing quite well there. Look at that knockout rose. One thing about the knockout rose is that it will bloom off and on throughout the summer and give color. It's a returning rose. I love it. It's not just a one-timer. It's easy to take care of, and it will just expand. Now, I'm not going to leave it there in the container for the whole summer, because I want to plant it into the ground and put it in a different part of the garden. I'm not sure exactly where I'm going to put it, probably on the side where the others are, but right now I'm just enjoying it. This bed has a total different look than it had before. If you check last week's look or the week before that, it was totally different. We didn't have these white poppies here, and we had a different look. So the hostas here have actually unfolded. I don't know the name of this hosta, but I love its color. And I decided to do some work here last year, and I planted some of the hostas on the bank. I put the Sir Francis William hosta here, and it's going to get nice and big. And some variegated hostas there, 2 different types of variegated hosta. And I do love the leaves of the violets, and they are filling out this area too. And it's looking really, really good. I like what I see. This is a beautiful bed. My garden is in the Boston area within the Northeast of the United States of America, and we are a Zone 6 garden. And the temperature is very warm today. It is in the 80s here in the Boston area, but everything is still looking pretty good. I took my walkabout this morning when it was cool and everything was just waking up. But now, even in the warmth, it still looks really, really good. And the blooms on the roses have been opening up even more because of these warm temperatures. And that's a good thing, because this is soon going to be a rose garden, and I'm excited about showing you that. But in the meantime, let's walk around the garden, and I'm going to show you what's happening right now during this transitional time here in my garden. On this side, I planted some impatiens, and I also moved one of the rose bushes here in this pot. I think it needs some sun because it gets blocked by this Asian pear tree, but I'm trying to balance it, so I may shift it though a little bit, but it's looking good. I like this. And then I like just looking back here to the white fence over there, and just looking at the coolness of the garden. It's just really nice. I want to add 2 more hydrangeas here in the spot right there where it's empty. And so I got to get to Costco because they have the Endless Summer hydrangeas there on sale, and I need to get at least 2 of them to put there to fill out my row, my hydrangea row. Let me take you back there real quick so you can see what I'm talking about. You see how it's filled out really nicely, the hydrangeas. They've grown. Some of them I propagated, and they're now in adult form, very mature. And we just finished up with the rhodo there. And then let's move on this side. You can see that I need to fill this space here with some more of the with the hydrangeas. And at least if I can get 2 of them, it'd be great. Under the tree here is a nice view of the garden moving up here, and the grass is just looking so good. Everything is fresh and alive. You can hear the birds chirping like crazy there. And as I move around here to this side, the hostas are looking fresh. That's one thing about this springtime. The hostas are up and the leaves are full and looking so fresh and green. And here you can see that the purple iris, bearded iris, are just about finished. I love this. Yeah, they're looking, it just adds some color at this time in the garden. Okay? And then I have the fern, and I also have here, this is goat's beard. Goat's beard, beautiful goat's beard. It's looking really good. And I love also the hosta here on this side. It's just pretty. This right here, this is beautiful right here. I love that. My circle of hostas here are looking good too. In the pot, I put some impatiens, and then I had seeded out earlier the curly kale that I had saved the seeds from. I just tossed them in here earlier in March, and now the kale is looking so healthy. So what I'm going to do is transplant the kale to a different area, and then I'm going to add some other plants around it. Probably either a petunia or nasturtium seeds. I'm thinking of popping in some nasturtium seeds into the pot and allow the nasturtium to grow out around it. We'll see. It depends on what I see in Lowe's. Maybe one of those proven winners petunias, maybe get 2 of them and put that in the pot here. That's what it looks like for now. Now my plum trees are doing fantastic. I have plums, and the reason why I believe that they're doing very well is because of the birds that have been hanging out in the trees here. And let me show you my other plum. And they've been hanging out. I believe that they've been eating the worms, and because of that, it's gonna, I think it's allowing the plants to, the plums to stay on the tree. You can hear them singing. So there are a lot of plums. Where are you, bird? Oh, there he is. See him right there? Oh, he's hopped around. But there he is in the tree. Where are you? Anyway, that's what's happening here. And I'm getting a lot of plums. And hopefully they will stay on the tree. Now this is a pathway that leads into the kitchen garden. And as you can see, I have a lot of lemon balm, and it just looks so good. I put in these pots, I seeded the zinnia in the pots, and what I'm going to do is allow them to grow up, and then I'm going to move these zinnias and plant them in different parts of the garden. And I think they grow really strong when they're like this. They're outside, they're in the pots, they're able to experience the cold weather, the wind and all of that. And because of that, they become very strong. And I know that they're going to be nice and healthy. This is the kitchen herb garden, and I have this beautiful, beautiful oriental poppy that has opened up, and it's still looking good here in the garden. And I've really enjoyed it being here, and I have some more that are going to be opening up, some more blooms. So I'm excited about this. Which is something new to the garden. It looks so good, looks so healthy. And if, you know, just gonna allow it to self-seed and also save some seeds, and hopefully it will just fill that whole space. That would be fantastic. And I have chamomile there and the chives. I need to divide up the chives when they're finished and put them, I would love to put them in the corner. I also have there my garlic and also onions that are growing. I'm gonna have to do some weeding out there, but overall I'm pleased with what is there. And then right here in this bed in front of the pots, I have collard greens and also kale, dinosaur kale. And then in the corner I have a little bit, a couple of peppers there. And then on the side there, that's my okra that's coming up. I seeded some okra there, and they're going to be coming up. And I think that this spacing is much better than I did before. It's going to be thick, but it's I like how it looks. I feel better about the garden, and I'm happy that my astilbe is about to open up here. It's going to be a nice pink flower. Yeah. And you can see here that my rose bush here has recovered from the intense dieback that it experienced. And it's not as healthy, but it's getting there. It's coming back. And it is my mother of pearl rose. Beautiful, beautiful flower. I have over here the, that is my fig tree in the pot. Oh, hi. Yeah, I just really love the garden. It's just looking fantastic. And I have here also my other pots. There's the other one. Now, I had said that I thought that this one hadn't opened up my other fig tree, but it's coming and it's looking really, really good. Yeah. So you can see what I'm saying about this with these alliums, just dotting them here in front of this plant right here. That's phlox. It's going to have a beautiful purpley color, and it's going to look good. But yeah, this is my mother of pearl rose. Isn't it beautiful? Beautiful, beautiful rose. And then here we have, I think that is, I forget what it is, but we'll see. I think it's either mountain mint or another kind of mint, an herb that I planted here from its pot, and it will be coming out. Then my spirea is looking good. It's one thing about the spirea is that it keeps changing from the beginning of May, or actually from March, April, May. Just one of the best plants ever. I really love the spirea, and I love the little pink flowers here that it has. And then behind it I have my little limelight. So I've been I cut back the back of it because it was just smothering it. But after it finishes flowering, I'm going to cut it down some more, but I just have to give it space and let it live. Yeah. And oh, it smells so good up here. Oh, if you could just smell the roses. Beautiful. And yes, this is my rose bush here. This is my David Austin rose, and it's called Olivia. And this is her second year in here, and she is doing fantastic. Look at that. Look at that rose. So soft and beautiful. I love it. And so this is what I mean about putting those alliums here. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is dot the alliums, because this is giving me the idea. Dot it through over there and just put it through just like this. Now behind here I have an oak leaf hydrangea, and it is about to provide me with some beautiful white flowers. Oh, it's gonna look fantastic. I just love this corner right now. This is one of my favorite corners. Absolutely pretty. And I just love this bed. Well, I am just loving this, how my strawberries are enjoying this container. I think this has been a good move to put them there. And then my beautiful Pinkabell rose. Oh, it's getting kind of smothered out by this wild rose, but this wild rose is giving me such a beautiful scent here in the garden, making it smell fantastic. And the rose is, oh, so gorgeous. And then here, I have another spirea that's a little overwhelmed, but you know, when these poppies are over, look at all this. This looks so good. Look at this. I just love this combination. When the poppies are finished, I'm going to give it its space back, but for right now, it just has to deal with it. Oh, look at my beautiful rose that's coming in. Oh, I thought it was dead, and last year I saw a little of it peeping through and, you know, coming up. And now look at it. It wants to live. Now, the Pinkabell rose, that rose right there, I got from Lowe's. And this rose is a Lowe's rose. And it's just beautiful. So could you imagine this? Oh, this is just such a beautiful sight. The spirea and this wild rose. And now this yellowy, I think it's called Midnight something, Midnight Magic or something like that. It's the name of it, with the yellowy, creamy look. Beautiful. And then back in this bed, I have those sticks that you see. That's going to be my hibiscus. So what I'm going to have to do so that they can not be smothered is I'm going to have to cut back this rose bush hard when it's finished blooming, because I also have my Rose of Sharon that's there. I have 2 hibiscus, and I also have the hydrangeas. And so that they can have their time in the garden, I'm going to have to cut this back hard. But right now, I am just loving this look. And here is another spirea here, and it's peeping through. And then here, this section is going to be daylilies. My ditch lilies are going to come up with the orange. But right now, it's just looking really good. Now here is Pinkabell. Look at that rose. What a rose. And it's just loving its life here in the garden. There are a lot of buds and everything. Now I have a viney plant there in the corner that's going to get cut back, but in the meantime, look at all these beautiful flowers. Yes. The buds, oh my goodness. It is so beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Now this is a wild plant, but I just like how it looks. Look at those big leaves. I decided to leave it there I don't know if it's in the verbascum family or what, but I'm leaving it, letting it have its way. But look at this. This is the side garden. And everything is so nicely matured and looking beautiful and fresh. Yeah, that's why I try to come out in the morning and give you this morning walk, because by the time the heat hits the garden, you're not going to get this beautiful, beautiful, fresh look. So as I keep on walking here, you can see coming down from that top and walking into the garden, how it just is such a beautiful scene this morning here in my garden. And I am just enjoying this early morning walk in the sun. Now this is the other side of the garden, and you can see that these beautiful shrubs are doing well, and we just mulched it down with the black mulch, and it just brings out this side of the garden. You can see the euonymus and the arborvitaes, and here I have a Rosa rugosa. It has white flowers, and it's just loving its life there. I just planted my knockout rose here because the ones that were there, they died back so hard and they did not return, so I had to replace them. And then here I have my grass. That is a zebra grass, and I planted another rose there that is coming back. It's taking time, but it's coming back right there. And then I have another pink rose, and in the front bed here, I had planted one of my first plantings was these rhododendrons, or actually all of these shrubs here on this side. This side border was one of the first plantings here, shrubs and so forth. And you can see the red. You see that red rose? That is a knockout rose, and I had 5 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4 of the knockout roses, red roses here, and that season just killed them all. It was like, oh my goodness. It was very devastating for me. But now I'm able to put this pink knockout rose that I just bought from Costco there, and it's looking really good. I think they're looking really good. By the time this other one here comes up too, it will be good. And this shrub here, this is my these actually 2 lilac bushes, and they've gotten very tall. I might need to cut them back because it's gotten very high, but it was just beautiful when they were in bloom. And then I have my tulips here that I'm going to have to remove and figure out what I want to plant there. But here you can see that I have these sunflowers. Now, I had a sunflower that had I had planted a sunflower last year, and I think it's reseeded itself, that it's self-sowed here, and this is fantastic to have that return on its own. And I'm going to just leave it. I have quite a few I can see popping up, like 1, 2, 3 in the back there, and a couple here in the front. They're volunteers, so I'm gonna let them stay there. My Purple Sensation alliums here are finished, and now you see the bee balm coming up, and they're gonna flower and give some beautiful, beautiful color. So I'm excited about that. Now in the back here, I have a peony, which just finished, and I have some more bee balm coming. That peony was coral peony, and I didn't get to capture it, but know that there's one there. But this one is here, and it has a few more buds there, so I should get a couple more blooms. And then the rhododendron here on this side is giving color to this part of the garden. So this is what this side garden looks like here. And this is a hydrangea, a bridal bouquet that I had propagated, and it's fully matured now. Look at that, the beautiful, beautiful size of it, and it's full of blooms. And I just love how this looks right now at this moment. Then I have their sedum. My iris are finished, but I have some other beautiful flowers coming back there. And as I said, the bee balm. And then here, this is a Chasta daisy. Now, I planted this from seed. I did a winter bottle sowing about 2 years ago, and I took the seeds. These are from the Dollar Tree. Put them in that bottle, and then just planted the whole thing here. And look at how beautiful it is. It's going to have beautiful white flowers, Chasta daisy. And now it's in like full maturity here. It's beautiful. And look at the sunflower. Yeah. So it's going to be just a wonderful, wonderful look here. But I just love all of the different textures. I also have here daylilies, Stella d'Oro daylilies that are coming up. Now, in amongst this is some wild grass, and I've just been pulling them out because they just want to smother and take over things. There are thugs in the garden, you know, and that happens to be one of them. But they're in between all of them. I have mountain bachelor buttons. Mountain bachelor buttons that are hidden in the middle there. And then you see back there a bachelor button. Yeah, that is a South cedar itself from last year, and it has decided to return. And my gladiator, these are gladiator alliums, are finished as well, and it's just giving the garden a nice look. I just love how it's looking here. Just very, very pretty. So this area I call my cottage garden area, and we shall see how it evolves over time here. And this is the side garden. So if you like what you see, come on back to Catherine's Garden and Home, where we grow together. And you'll be able to see my garden evolve with color and with a lot of life. I just love it, and I'm happy that I'm able to share this work that we've been doing here in my garden. I'm starting to get color on the blooms here of the hydrangea. It's an endless summer hydrangea, and it starts out like this, and it continues like this. But right now it's just pretty in the garden. The white anemones or poppies are just full-fledged opening up right now. And it's giving the garden a really beautiful look. So with the smell of the roses, oh, my garden is just intoxicatingly beautiful visually, and also with fragrance. Just wonderful. And the birds chirping and the city sounds. Just wonderful. Roses continue to bloom The smell is amazing. And I love the white here. Now, when it finishes, I'm going to have to cut it back real hard. But in the meantime, it is just a beautiful wild rose. And I wanted to come out and show you these wild, I think they're called, they're either poppies or amenities, you know, one or the other. But whatever it is, the combination here is amazing. And then I really love this rose. I'm so pleased with it. Look at that. That's a darling rose. Here there is another spirea, and it too will be opening up and showing its flowers, but it's just beautiful how it's in the midst of these white poppies as well. Just nice. And then of course the roses. I'm looking forward to these roses. The roses are definitely out now in the beginning here of June. Look at the beautiful rose here. This rose is called Curly Pink, and I love its variation on the leaves. It is just beautiful. And then here is my Westerland rose, and they're all fully open, the blooms that are open. It's just so beautiful how they've come back, and they're looking spectacular here in the garden. And then I have my Eden Climbing Rose here with its delicate pinky center and white petals, but then opening up to a beautiful pink petaled flower. And I just love how the Westerland rose is underneath, and then above it is the beautiful Eden Climbing Rose. This bed has turned out really, really pretty. And it is very full and lush because here are the different hostas, as well as hydrangeas, fern. I even have a fig tree in there, as well as the grapevine. It's just really beautiful. And all of the ground cover. This is my Curly Pink Rose. She is a beauty. This one is already opened, and look at how deep and big and beautiful and luscious it looks. From bud to the next stage, and this stage, and then finally to this. Love it.